Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the media running dry and how they use a term to keep you glued to the screen, to keep you tuned in, to let your imagination run wild. In psychology, there's an idea called the bystander effect. The cool thing about it is that if you know about the bystander effect, you are less likely to succumb to the bystander effect because you know it's a thing. So we're going to try to apply that logic to something else. Almost any time something like what happened in Tennessee happens and it's not quite dramatic enough, the counts just aren't high enough, and it's not getting the ratings that it seems like it should, some commentator will say, this could have been a dry run. The viewer is left with the idea that there's going to be a follow-up, that something more dramatic is going to happen. And if they stay tuned, they'll find out what it is, film at 11. So today we're going to talk about dry runs, what they are and what they are not. A dry run is a method of gauging the opposition's security posture. It's a rehearsal, and it is dry. Nothing happens. If it's a dry run, it doesn't make the news. Okay? A dry run for that would have been like parking a similar vehicle in that area and watching it and seeing how long it took the locals to notice it, to investigate it. That would be a dry run. What I can assure you is that unless something went horribly wrong, no dry run will ever end with a giant fireball in the middle of a major metropolitan area. That's not a thing. The idea is to gauge the opposition's security posture. If you destroy a street, their posture will probably change. They may go on a higher alert level. It would stand to reason, making all of your observations completely irrelevant. In all of the years that I have been watching the news, I have seen this term used correctly once. Once. And it was somebody trying to explain why a whole bunch of small planes were flying around an area like that they shouldn't be in. And nobody knew why. And to my knowledge, nobody ever found out why. That makes more sense. It's not dramatic. No dry run will ever be dramatic. It's designed to not be. It's to test, to see what it is possible to get away with. When it is done, it is dry. There is normally not anything even remotely incriminating on the people, in the vehicle, anything like that. So they can just say, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to park here. I wasn't supposed to park here. This gets used to manipulate people through fear. And what's worse is that most times when this is said, it is said by somebody that has credentials that lead me to believe they know, or at least they should know, that what they're saying is inaccurate. But it keeps people tuned in. Hopefully, like the bystander effect, now that you know what a dry run is, this won't work on you anymore. It won't elevate your sense of anxiety because you're going to sit there and look at the screen and be like, no, it's not. That's silly what they just said. Because now you know. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.